Okay, hello. Hopefully you can hear me now. I'm so sorry about that. It's a bit embarrassing, isn't it? Can you hear me now? Hopefully you can hear me now. If you can't hear me now, then let me know as soon as possible. But I'm hoping you can. Okay, perfect. Right, I'll just have to go back and talk again. I quite like talking to myself anyway, so it's never really a problem. So I was just talking about blogging to start with. For those of you who don't know and haven't seen on Facebook, I went to see Ray Higdon on Saturday, and he was just so amazing. The things that he said and the things that he taught us and the things that he put across to us were so simple in how he approached his business. Now, what I find quite inspiring about him as well is that when he started his business, he was literally in foreclosure. So I think that's similar to bankruptcy over here. So he was literally at the point where they were going to take his house away, they were going to take his possessions away, and they were going to bankrupt him. And he literally got set to work. And one of the ways he did that was to blog. And what he said to us, which was quite, it's one of those things that kind of sticks in your memory. He said that if you've got an email system and you send an email to someone, 5 years down the line, would you expect any single person to pick up that email and actually buy something, connect with you, or even have a conversation with you 5 years down the line? And obviously everyone was like, no, that would be insane. And what he said is he's got blog posts that he's written over 5 years ago and he's still making money from them. Now, I mean, this guy is an absolute guru. You know, he works like silly, you know. I think I work quite hard, but this guy is just on another level. And that kind of stuck in my mind, the fact that you can make an imprint on the internet and someone can still access your information like 5 years down the line just by searching for you and what they need. So that kind of stuck in my mind. The other thing that stuck in my mind quite vividly was the fact that he said that he's actually generating between 3,000 and 4,000 leads every single month just from his blog. Now, the reason why a lot of people blog is because it's pretty easy and pretty cheap to set up. I mean, there are a lot of technicalities that you have to get your head around, and this past week or so, I've literally probably been spending 10, 15 hours a day just literally learning how to blog, how to use videos, how to use keywords, how to basically get yourself to the situation where someone's searching for you. Now, I just need to, I guess, caveat that it's not going to be the scenario that you pick up a blog and you can write what you want from day one and get people finding you. It's all about setting the scene, learning what you know, and then communicating that to your audience. So there is still a little bit of groundwork to do, but I think blogging is the way forward. I mean, I've got a stepson who's 15 and he always absolutely raves about bloggers. I mean, he goes to game conventions and these people are celebrities. They're the people that own the internet. They're the people who've got the biggest amount of credibility and they're easily found because of the processes that they go through. And it's really quite simple. So at the moment, just so you know, I'm working with my team to actually help them set up their own blogs, and there's two reasons for that. Obviously, you know, it's one of those things that if you work in network marketing, not a lot of people know how to blog, not a lot of people would look at it. So obviously there's a gap there to look at it and really use it to our advantage. But another reason is you can really earn a lot of money from monetizing your blog. So I've watched trainings and videos in the past week where people have made $1 million. You know, people as young as 21, 22, 23 have just got set to blogging on their chosen subject. You know, it doesn't even have to be related to what you do, and they've just found a way of getting people looking at their blog, and then they've had the right offers, so people click and they earn money. And I know that sounds simple, but it really is pretty straightforward. So At the moment, I'm doing quite a lot of work with my team. I'm helping them one-on-one. I'm helping them set things up. And I'm literally going through the motions so that they've got a different platform to advertise on. I mean, this is something that I've never seen, and it makes such sense. And also obviously earn money from it as well, which is what I'm a big believer in. So I'm going to talk to you. I know we started late. Apologies for that. I don't know what happened there. I'm going to talk to you about kind of like the basics of having a blog and the kind of things you need to start thinking about when you put a blog together. So just start from the beginning. I like to keep things really, really simple. A blog is just a website. It's a little mark. It's a little advertisement that you've got on the internet, which you've bought a domain for. So a domain is just something where you basically just advertise. So you've rented like a little area of the internet, basically. Let's just call it that. So you've got your little billboard up and you're advertising. There's really clear processes that you have to go through to make sure that your blog's successful. So I'm going to talk to you about a few of those. And now my blog isn't by any means finished, but apparently, I mean, I've been watching a blogging course, and apparently there's no such thing as a completely finished blog. I think if you are a perfectionist or you just want things to be right, I think sometimes you've got to just put things out there and just see how they do. So this is my blog. I mean, I set it up, I can't remember now, I think I set it up just after I had Evie, so hence the title, Me, Myself and My Overhang. And whenever I send that to people, I remember one girl said, oh my God, I'm glad I can't remember what she was saying. I'm glad I was just on the computer because I literally just spat my coffee out absolutely everywhere. I think the title is something that might get someone's attention, but might also get some kind of reaction. And I guess that's what I wanted. I want something that was quite real and was all about me and losing weight. So initially, my original plan was to basically share my weight loss journey and to put photos and give reviews of products that I've used. You know, I've used several. I don't just focus on one single product, or I haven't in the past. And give like real true life reviews. And I didn't really see it as any more complicated than that, really. I just saw it as a place where you kind of diarise what you're up to. But after the training, what I've done the last week, I mean, I was just so wrong. So I'm just going to talk you through some of the kind of basic principles of having a blog. So from what I've seen in the trainings that I've looked at from the top gurus, I mean, these are people who earn like 6 and 7 figures a year. They're saying that you need to blog absolutely every single day. So you need to have a topic that you're talking about. So I kind of want to give you some points on that. A lot of people on Facebook or in network marketing spend too much time trying to sell a company or sell a product. They focus on getting people to look at their offer too soon. So I'll take an example here. So for example, if you've got a business that's very heavy on recruiting, for example, which is what the business I'm with is, you need to be able to show them that you're the person that can show them how to build a business online. So what I mean by that, and I do this a lot, I share a lot of content. So I will share with people how to build a business online, basically, how to recruit, how to build a team, how to chat to people that you don't know, how to chat to people that you do know. And for those of you that have been following the social media bootcamp, you know, it's that kind of thing. It's that kind of thing that people will say, oh, well, she's doing something different. You need to be doing something different in this industry. There are so many people trying to just sell products and sell a company. Nobody will be interested in a company unless they're interested in you. I can guarantee you that 100%. If you do it the way that I said not to, then you'll just end up attracting the wrong people. So I'm going to talk you through my blog and why I've got it set out the way I have. So this has been quite a lot of hard graft, and there's still quite a lot of hard graft to go into it. So about me section, that's not quite finished yet. I've had a few programming issues with SiteGround, so I'm hoping that that will be up and running soon. I'm waiting for them to confirm. Okay, so Mummy Entrepreneurs, this one's quite interesting. So basically, this will lead you to a landing page where there will be a video of me, and then it will go through, hi, my name is Louise. I mean, you can watch it yourself. I found a way of working from home. I'd love to show you the opportunity, blah blah blah, that kind of good stuff, the kind of stuff that you kind of see already. So it's kind of one of those videos that slots in and just introduces an opportunity. It just tells you that I've got an opportunity to share with you. And then if that person's interested, they can enter in their email. And then what that does is it links up to your Aweber account. So I've got Aweber, so I'll say emails instead. Page is still on dashboard. Oh, there you go. Is that better? Oh dear, it's all gone wrong tonight, hasn't it? This is what happens when we go live, guys. It's real. I can't fake this, can I? Excellent. Okay. Don't worry, I wasn't showing anything important anyway on the first page. So basically, I've got this page set up that's called Mummy Entrepreneurs, and it's a landing page. Effectively, you build it within the system that I use. The great thing about using a landing page within this kind of system is that if you've got a team that you need to duplicate efforts with, then basically what you do is you can share this page with your team. Then obviously what your team member does is literally just do their own YouTube video, and then you slot it in. So what you have on this first landing page is you have a video of someone saying, hi, this is a really good opportunity for these reasons. Enter in your email address and get a spot. So what happens are two things. This email here will link to an email system you've got. So I use Aweber, for example. I use Aweber for two reasons, because it's one of those things that you can share with people. So there's a system built within Aweber where you can actually share email trails. So, if my teammate just started, I can say, listen, I've already drafted out an email chain for new teammates. I can just send you the code, and then you can use that and get up and running. And then the other thing is you can when you enter in your email address, it goes to a different landing page, and then it will show a different video. So what you can have as well is if you've got multiple businesses, once you've got kind of like a plain video, hey, I've got a good opportunity, you want to check this out, you can actually link this video to various other pages in the background, so it doesn't necessarily just have to be one opportunity. So that's pretty good, I think. And then obviously you've got their details as well when they enter in their email. So as soon as they've got entered in their email, you've got the opportunity then to warm them up by providing them content, valuable information that will help them build their business. If they've landed on this page and they put in their details, they're probably going to be a right target market. You've just got to find a way of marketing to them. So that's pretty good. And like I said, the process is really one of those processes that you can duplicate as well. So you can share it with your teammates. And this is the kind of way that most of the senior MLMers do it, or affiliate marketers. The other thing that I've added as well, which isn't quite live yet, I don't think. Actually, I think it might be. Yeah, I added my cheat sheet as well. Is I've added a webinar function. So what someone can do is they can come in here and see whether this webinar is going to be for them, and they can actually claim their spot, and they can get a copy of the webinar just by signing up their email. The other thing that you can do with this as well is you can give freebies out. So what the top gurus say is that you need to be able to give something for free before you actually get their email address now. So it's not good enough to say, sign up to my newsletter, I'm going to give you some awesome information. It's going to have to be you giving them something that they want. How would you know what they want? You ask them. So tonight I've sent an email out to quite a lot of people to ask them, you know, what's the thing that you struggle with most in your business? What do you need to know about that type of thing? So then you can produce some kind of handout which will help that person. And then the other thing, I mean, these are just fancy things. Well, I think they're fancy things that can kind of add an edge to your blog. The other thing you can add are things like little counters to count how many times someone's commented and that type of thing. You can put links as well to your Facebook fan page, and it will show like what you've posted in those fan pages as well. It will show like recent posts, comments, and you can also categorize it as well. So I've kind of kept it simple. So at the moment, like I said, I'm building a social media bootcamp. Got about 2 weeks, I think, already. And so I'm building that content by sharing it firstly on my blog, writing a blog post, and then I'm posting it on Facebook. That's the way that they teach you to do it when you watch any of the kind of senior marketers do it. And I just want to kind of go into briefly, I'm not going to go into this too much because it can be quite technical, what happens basically. I think it's important that you know what happens. So I'm going to show you the back office. I mean, by the way, the system that I use is called SiteGround, and I think it's brilliant. I'm not that technical at all, although some people tell me I am. I don't think I am. I'm the kind of person that if I've got a problem with something, I'll either ask or I'll Google it, I'll find a way of working it out, or I'll just mess around so much that in the end it just makes sense. And I use SiteGround, and there's been a few times in the past week where I've just thought, oh no, I really don't know what I'm doing, I'm really, really stuck. And these guys are just so helpful, and you message them on live chat and they're just there, and they just, you know, they don't judge you for asking questions that probably are a bit silly. They literally just help you through the whole process. So I love it because they help you through the process, but also it's an affiliate program as well. So there's an opportunity for you to earn a bit of money by actually introducing someone to it once you've got your head around it. So I can personally, hand on heart, recommend these guys. That, to me, I mean, I've only used these guys, but it's so easy to use. And then posts, I'm just going to show you a few posts that I've put out to show you what the impact of this is. So I wrote a few posts. I'm not going to go into too much how I wrote them because that bit is quite technical, and it's one of those things that I wanted to show you what the benefits are first, before I start delving into the detail, because you guys need to buy into the fact that you need a blog before you actually go down the road of actually producing one. If you don't buy into the fact you need one, you're not going to put the effort in. So I'm just showing you high level. And here are some of the posts that I've put together recently. So as you can see, this one here, social media bootcamp, how to build your network online by prospecting your warm market. And then I've got 113 reviews. I mean, bear in mind that was only just under a day ago. To get 113 people finding me on the internet, I think that's quite special. Because of the words that I've used to actually rank these. And again, you know, I've had quite high views on posts just in the last couple of days. And these are people just finding the posts on the internet. So we've got a question, 1 second. Yeah, I've just been asked to repeat the name of the program. So the program that I use is called SiteGround. If anyone's interested in a link for SiteGround, then do send me a message afterwards and I can send you a link. I'm just going to mention though that it is an affiliate program, so if you're here because you've signed under someone else in the business that I'm in, then go to them and ask them if they've got a SiteGround link, because obviously I don't want to be taking money away from people that have introduced you personally to the business. So bear that in mind, guys. Let's play fair. So that's the first thing. SiteGround are brilliant. And I want to show you some of the things that, how easy it is to write a blog. So this is the one that got the most views. So let's have a look at this one and see what I did. Basically, on Google, I mean, Google is the biggest platform, search engine, internet. I mean, most people see Google as almost the internet nowadays. You know, no one says, oh, I'm going to go on the internet and look for something. People just say, I'm going to Google it. So it's almost become the internet in its own right. I don't know if you guys agree with me there, but that's how I see Google. They're so massive and they kind of dominate the market. I know that I use them for a search engine. I mean, there are others like Bing, and I don't know if Yahoo is still kicking around, but I personally use Google to search for anything. I mean, you can find so many answers to many of life's questions just on Google, so why not use it? And I'm going to talk you through a few steps on what I've learned about how to write a blog post and how easy it is. So what the advice that I've been given is that you should never write a blog post unless you know how popular it is on Google. There are certain steps that you go through to actually find out what's popular on Google in your chosen market. I'm not going to go into those too much today because I prefer to show you kind of almost one-on-one or in like a small team so people can ask questions and be comfortable with it, because you need to be comfortable with the theory before you actually delve in. So I'm just going to show you like the theory of it. So take for example, I'm doing a social media bootcamp, like I said, and I'm talking about anything really to do with network marketing. You know, it doesn't have to be any particular subject. It's subjects that I think the audience will appreciate, or topics that people have asked me for. One of those was just prospecting your warm market. So going to people that you know and just speaking to them and asking if they'd be interested. So what you do is you actually work backwards when you write a post. So you look in a special tool that I can talk to you about on another session, but you look in a tool and you see what people search for when they're looking to prospect your warm market. Then what you do is you work backwards. So I'm going to just show you quickly what I mean. So if you go to Google, say, so prospecting your warm market might not even be related to network marketing. Then what you do, there are all kinds of search related keywords that come up. These are called keywords, by the way, in relation to prospecting your warm market. Then the theory behind it is that you should be writing your blog post based around these searches that are related to your key phrase, so prospecting your warm market. There's a lot more that goes into it than that, but that's kind of all I want to say on the matter, because I don't want to lose you with the technicalities. I want you to just see how powerful this is. Then what you do is you literally write your blog post around, and you'll be able to see a few key phrases: building your network marketing business, recruiting, prospecting, cold, grow your network online, how to build a network marketing business quickly, build your network, building your network marketing business online. You know, you're using all of these key phrases to actually stuff into a blog post, but you have to make it look like it's actually content that people are going to want to read. The other thing you can do as well, which I'm looking into at the moment, is I've got videos, so obviously you can embed videos as well. I'm looking at, I'm not gonna play this. I'm looking at ways where you can actually rank videos as well on Google. So there are lots and lots of ways to rank them, and also you can rank them on YouTube. So basically, just so you know, if someone, for example, was searching for this, building your network marketing business online, you would hope that you appear somewhere in that list. Now, I probably won't just from putting one post out there, because obviously there are going to be people who have either spent a lot of money to get where they are on Google, or there's going to be people that have been around for a lot longer than I have. So a blog is basically somewhere, if you can think about it like this, that you come up with keywords that your target market are searching for, and then you write a blog post around that, and then you just keep doing the same thing and the same thing and the same thing, but you just keep focusing on different topics, different themes, different words, different search terms, and you just keep building a little kind of like encyclopedia of content. And this is what I've got at the moment. I literally took my Facebook content off the Social Media Bootcamp and I've stuffed it into my blog. So like I said, at the bottom here I've got different tabs to direct people to different things, and I'm sure eventually what I'll do is I'll probably break it down even further. So at the moment I've got 5 key categories, which is what a lot of the gurus and the senior people actually say you should have, but obviously if you want to go into a bit more detail you can do that as well. So hopefully from what you've seen I've not bamboozled you too much. The point of today wasn't really to show you any great detail, but just kind of getting you thinking that there are other ways to market rather than just on Facebook. So I'm just going to quickly show you SiteGround, because I'm sure someone will have a question about which package to use and that type of thing. Now, just a word of warning, it is an affiliate program, so obviously you can make money from introducing people to it, but obviously people, if they buy something off you, whether it's a service, whether it's a product, they will always want to come back to you and ask you questions. So you can't just go blindly into this. You have to take your time to learn it. You have to take your time to actually get around SiteGround and learn about the functionality of it. It's no good just thinking, oh great, I'm going to earn some money by introducing people. I mean, no one does that. You have to learn before you actually introduce people anyway. And so I think the prices of these are pretty good. So I started literally with the startup cost, £2.75 per month. I think you have to pay a little bit in advance. Well, so you have to pay for a couple of months in advance or whatever. And that was enough for me. I've not had to upgrade my blog yet. I'm sure I might have to at some stage, but I mean the monthly visits, 10,000 monthly visits, that's quite a lot. At the moment I don't know what I'm getting. I don't think I'm getting anywhere near that. I mean, I only started probably about 2 weeks ago, so I'm probably not gonna, let's have a look how many, probably not getting too many, but I've had something like almost 1,500 unique visitors, which is pretty good. My visitors seem to be going up as well. I'm getting more visitors, I'm getting more people look at my site, which is what you want. You just want eyes on a site basically, and then you earn money from it as well. So I just want to show you that quickly, because obviously anything you do in network marketing, you want to be able to do a few things. So you want to be able to help people, you want to be able to educate people, and then off the back of that you want to be able to earn a bit of money from referring people to affiliate programs, because that's how a lot of the senior people actually make money. Yes, they make money from product sales and recruiting, but they also do these extra little things as well. So I mean I've done quite well out of it so far, just literally by helping my team implement their own blogs. And these are the kind of commissions that you can earn from it. So 1 to 5 sales, £30, 6 to 10 sales, £50, and then if you do more than 21 sales a month, you get £80 per sale. So I think that's a pretty good referral fee, and that's per person as well. So every person that you introduce, you'll get £80. I think that's pretty generous. And how they pay you is they pay you into PayPal, so it's pretty quick. You have to wait I think around 30 to 45 days, just to make sure that this person's not going to, you know, bail out on you. But at the moment, I see no issues with this system. This system's really slick. I've been paid. The support are great, which is what you always need. I think you even get a free domain as well when you're actually setting up your blog. WordPress is free as well, so you're not going to pay for that. And overall, I just rate the system a lot. It's one of those things that when you're a newbie, you want to be able to use something straight away and quite simply and quite easily. And this is that system. It's really easy, I think, to get your head around. One question, we got a question. Okay, I got paid in monthly fees. How do you get paid in cash? So, sorry, babe, when I said cash, I mean PayPal. So I get paid in PayPal. What happens is when someone signs up, it will show up as a commission. But then I believe you have to wait something like 30 days or something. 30 to 40 days, I think they say. Yeah, 30 to 40 days, look there. So they do that, I presume, because they've got something like a 14-day window. Okay, so that was what I wanted to cover. So I just want to make 2 points really. If you're interested on what I've said and I've not bamboozled the hell out of you, then great. I just wanted to show you how amazing it would be to blog, because remember, once you put your content out there, once you put your mark on the internet, nobody can take that away from you. Whereas if you're using Facebook, if you're using social media, if you're using email, there will be a window of opportunity to advertise your services and then it's gone almost forever. People don't go back and search for stuff on any of those platforms, but on blogs, you know, people refer back to pages all the time, search for pages and content and things like that. You know, like I said, the Ray Higdon course, he said that people were searching back 5 years, which that to me is just amazing. So if you're interested in setting up a blog, then let me know. I will share my link with you. I've also got a group as well, Louise Haley Attraction Marketing, where hopefully most of you are a member of, but if you're not, let me know and join me in there, because I'm going to be sharing some tips along the way. At the moment, the last 2 weeks have just been absolutely mental. I've literally been diving deeper into all of this stuff because I want to be at the stage where I share the information with my team and they feel like they can ask me any questions and I'll know them. So I've literally dived in. I guess the other thing as well, we're always looking for people to join us. I work with people on a one-to-one basis when I personally work with people. I'm going to be putting some detailed training together for the people that I work with on a one-to-one basis and in our business so they can share it. So if you are interested in blogging and you're really not sure what to do, you need the group, you need my support, then the easiest way of getting my support and getting my attention is to join me in business. It's not that much money. I mean, I've heard people pay thousands and thousands of pounds just to get this kind of training on blogging. So my door is always open for you guys whenever you need it. And okay, we've got a question. Do you have to do videos or can you just talk about the project? You don't necessarily have to do videos. The reason why you want to do videos as well is because it enables people to relate to you, so people will be able to relate to you quicker if they see your face and they see a video of you or they can hear you talking. If you write on a blog, unless you're a celebrity or you've built up a really big following, it's going to be difficult to warm people up, and that's what you want. You really want to warm people up on a blog. You want to give them so much information and so much content that they come to you and they say, you know what, I'm ready to work with you now. I really want to find out about you. Whether that's on, you know, a project or a side project or their business, at least they're coming to you asking those kind of questions. And I guess the other things about the videos, is that you don't necessarily have to make them yourself. You know, if you're the kind of person that stutters and stammers, you might not want to do them. But I would say still now, there are times, even when you're used to doing videos, that you're going to get nervous about producing a video. That's just human nature. You know, if you find something difficult and you've been told to do it, it's usually because it's going to be something that will stretch you. And in this industry, if you feel like you're being stretched, that's a good position to be in. If you feel like you're doing the same thing day in, day out, and you're not doing anything to stretch yourself or make yourself get excited or nervous, or that sicky feeling where you just want to go and hide and, you know, hide in a corner and not doing anything, then if you're not doing those things that are making you feel uncomfortable, then you're definitely doing something wrong. I've learned that. I mean, I think I work quite hard. A lot of people tell me I work quite hard, but the past 2 weeks have been really, really intense on learning, and I've loved every minute. And also there have been times where I've not known what I've done, but you have to just throw yourself into something like this. So okay, so hopefully that helped, guys. I'm still on the line, so obviously if you've got any questions, I'm still here. I'm still here to help you. And like I said, if you need any help, come and ask me for my link for SiteGround. I can give it to you, unless, of course, you've got someone who referred you to the business. I don't want to take money out of people's pockets. Join my group, Louise Haley Attraction Marketing. I share lots of tips in there, lots of free stuff. And then also, you know, on a serious note, if you need one-to-one help, you can't afford to pay fees of gurus and training systems and things like that, then come join me and then have that one-to-one help there. I'm connected to people who are 6-figure, 7-figure earners, and those are the kind of people that you'd have access to as well. So, you know, those are your options. Yeah, I've got a question. Does SiteGround provide WordPress plugin guidance? So it doesn't provide WordPress plugin guidance, but it depends what you want guidance on. So I did a blogging course recently, and they kind of told you all the plugins that you need. And also, to be honest, you can kind of Google a lot as well. I mean, I was watching a video and I wasn't quite sure how to do these little, they're called counters, how to do these here. So basically what these do is they count how many times someone's liked and shared on Facebook or YouTube or Instagram or whatever social media platform, or how many people have commented, for example. I wasn't sure what these were called, so I had to Google it to see what I would have to download so I would be able to use these. It's pretty easy to find, to be honest. The people that I work with are used to writing blogs as well, so if there's anything that you've got a question with, they can usually point you in the direction of what you need to do. Plus YouTube, I mean, how amazing is YouTube that you can find almost an answer for anything on Google, anything on YouTube. I'm still surprised that people ask questions nowadays. No worries, that's no problem at all. So guys, if you've got any questions, please, please, please ask them. If you don't feel comfortable asking them in the forum, then please just come and ask me direct. I can help you. And hopefully you found it useful. Like I said, I don't want to go into too much detail, because if I did, I would end up losing you. I wanted to give you a high-level review and say, look, blogging is awesome. This is what you can achieve. These are the kind of people you can get looking at you. And you can also monetize it quite well as well. I haven't done that yet on my blog because I'm still working on it. But I mean, if you watch any of the Ray Higdon stories, he says how he still makes millions of pounds every single year just from blog posts. I think that's staggering myself. So I think blogging's the way forward. I think videos are the way forward, and for me personally, those two things are going to be on my list until I absolutely nail them, so I know them inside out, and I share that knowledge with my team so they earn and they learn as well. So that's my plan. I'm also planning on as well, I've got a new group that I'm going to set up. It's going to be called something along the lines of Social Media Mastermind, I think I'm going to call it, where people can join at a relatively low cost, so they pay something like $1. They get an entrance into the group for a set period of time just to try it out, and then I'm thinking of charging like a monthly fee. The reason why, because a lot of people ask me questions, or a lot of people don't ask me questions, and a lot of people need help, but they can't afford to pay me to have one-to-one training. And so this is kind of like a workaround, really. It's to help you guys get the best out of your businesses and the training that you need, but without having to cough up a big hefty, I shouldn't be saying that, should I? Having to pay for me on a one-to-one basis. So that's what I'm thinking about the group. So if you're interested in that as well, let me know. And that's about it. I think that's about everything that I was going to cover. So if you've got any questions, feel free to type them and ask me. Okay, I don't think there's any questions unless people are typing. So what I'll do is I will end it there. I will have a recording as well, which I share with my teammates. So that's another benefit of being a teammate. And obviously, if you've got any questions, come and ask me, guys. I'm usually attached to my phone in some way. Oh, we got a question. One sec. Ah, thank you. Yeah, you're amazing. Hey, good luck for your theory tomorrow. You're going to smash it. One of my team members has got a theory driving test tomorrow. So, hoping you absolutely nail it, babe. And tell me when you're driving. I'll make sure I'm off the road. I'm only kidding. I'm only kidding. I don't drive anyway at the moment. You'll do fine. You'll do absolutely fine. Okay, so I'm going to end it there, guys. I'm sure you've got better things to do tonight than listen to me chat. So come chat with me if you need anyone to want help. See you later.